Freitas. I'm the owner of the Harrison House Suites, Tucker House Inn, and Coho Restaurant in Friday Harbor, San Juan Island. Today, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a Maryland crab potato salad. This is a really fun recipe, and the only thing that's not going to be authentic to it is that we're using Dungeness crab instead of Maryland blue crab. Having lived in Maryland for 20 years prior to moving to the Pacific Northwest, we just need to make that disclaimer. So, we're going to start with our potatoes. I have some Yukon Golds that I've partially cooked until tender. So we don't want them to be mushy, we want them to still retain their shape. So the dressing for the potato salad, I have some sour cream. And to that I'm going to add a little aioli. You can use regular mayonnaise, which would probably be very traditional in Maryland. But again, I didn't want something to be too overpowering when we have the crab, particularly the Dungeness crab, which is very delicate. So we're just going to whisk that up a little bit. And I tend to prefer lighter flavors than really heavy dressings. And then I have a little stone ground mustard that we're going to add to this. And some green onions. We'll give it some nice texture and some color throughout. I have some celery that I've diced, and a little bit of parsley, and some dill pickles. Give it some nice sweetness and some crunch. In Maryland, they'd probably use some pickle relish. And then, of course, can't be Maryland crab potato salad without a little bit of Old Bay. So I'm going to be a little bit more generous with the Old Bay for the potato salad than I am when we start working with the crab, because we don't want to cover up the crab. So we're just going to mix this up. So this will be a nice dressing for the potato salad. And if you feel like this is a little bit too thick, you can add, I have a little bit of buttermilk here to thin it out a little bit, or you can add some pickle juice if you want it to be a little bit sweeter. And then we'll add a little bit of pepper and a pinch of salt. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is add my potatoes. Okay, and then we'll gently stir all this together. So this will be a light, fresh potato salad. Okay, and we're going to let that just be for a bit while we focus on our crab. So here's my Dungeness crab, and I've picked it to make sure that there's no shells or cartilage remaining. And I'm going to add a little bit of Old Bay, and as I said, I'm going to be a little bit more delicate with my use of Old Bay now that I'm working with the Dungeness crab. A little bit of celery seed, sort of thinking of all the ingredients that I would normally put in a Maryland crab cake. A little tarragon gives it some sweetness. And I'm going to use just a little bit of aioli to tie it together, just to keep it moist, not to overpower it. And I know the title of this is Maryland crab potato salad, but I thought about how we would eat crab in Maryland. You would always have a crab cake, and then on the side you'd have your coleslaw or potato salad. You would have either your crab feast on brown paper with your mallets, and then you'd have your salads on the side. We never really would combine the crab meat with the potato salad. You absolutely can do it, but I've chosen to be a little bit true to tradition in Maryland, so I've kept the flavors separate. So I have this beautiful baby Tom Thumb lettuce that I got from one of the farms to be my base for the salad. So we're going to just give a scoop here of the potato salad, and then we're going to add our crab here, and just for a little bit of garnish, we have some onions, little green onions, and some tarragon right there. So I feel like the plate needs a little bit of color, so I'm going to sprinkle some red peppers on it just to give it a little bit of a pop. Well, I hope you enjoy your Maryland crab potato salad. This is Anna Maria de Freitas. Bon appetito.